Good day, guys. How are you going? Today we are back with another replay from Flying Elite. Now, I was looking through replays sent to me and I saw this replay and I thought I just have to show it again. So yes, this is the second time that he's been showcased on the channel, but this is a really good game, guys. Now, a couple of quick announcements as well. We're still running the 15k gold competition, so if you do want to enter, all you have to do is click in the link below and that'll tell you exactly how to enter, because it's a bit too long to explain here, but definitely something that I want to recommend to all of you out there. It is a pretty easy way to score yourself some insane amount of gold. And also, if you want to be the subscriber of the week, then all you have to do is send me in one of your replays. It's as simple as that, and you can be showcased on this channel just like Flying Elite here. But anyway, back to the game. So Flying Elite here is playing in the brand new WZ111 5A. Now this was introduced last patch, or the current patch I should say, and he's currently on Lakeville here. So he's heading into the town, but as you can see, he's the only person in this going into the town area, it seems, at this point. And apologies for that noise, it's my Twitch, it is open at the moment. I should have closed it, but that's alright. Next time, hey. So, as you can see, he is taking a pretty offensive position here, considering that none of his team is really here to back him up. Luckily, he is top tier in this game. There's only 3 other tanks, tier 10 tanks on each team, so he is okay at this point, but it is a bit of a double-edged sword here. So he spots the Conqueror and fires a shot, but bounces. Now he is firing premium ammunition. That is his ammunition of choice in this tank. He does have rounds of non-premium ammunition, of course, but he's set it as his secondary, really, which is fair enough, I guess, in tier 10, especially if you come across some of those type 5 heavies or the mouse, even if they are getting even if they are getting nerfed next patch, their still armor is still insane. Here he spots at AMX 5100. I don't know if he hasn't spotted him. I would have thought he would have spotted him, but regardless, didn't take a shot at him. So 3 shots fired, 2 penetrated, and he gets a massive hit from that FV215B, which takes off half of his health, and he bounces in return, which is quite disappointing indeed. Takes a shot at the Conqueror and does penetrate. Yeah, it's a good idea here, I agree, to back away from that FE215B. That is such a nasty tank. So right now, the scores seem to be pretty even. I mean, it is only 3 minutes into the game, but it seems everyone's taking a pretty defensive kind of position, I suppose, that, tanks aren't really rushing or pushing very much. But here you can see that Flying Elite is taking a pretty offensive position, which I suppose he can do because he is a tier 10 heavy tank. So he does have the armor, health pool, and gun to be able to take on these tanks. But he is losing health at a pretty extraordinarily fast rate. He's almost lost all of his hit points, onto a quarter of his health left. But he is also playing pretty well as well. Now, this tank doesn't have the best armor. It is quite mobile. But its frontal hull armor, it really isn't that great. Its turret armor is very good, but it's also not the best either. So he does still have to play pretty. Safe indeed. Now we got some people kind of going off in chat as well at the moment. To be expected, right? It's the tanks. What can you say? So that FV215B is sitting up there, and he's not firing the Hesh, I don't think. He's just firing the standard AP rounds, which still have 310 millimeters of penetration and do over 1,000 damage per shell, which is insane. But so far, you can see Flying Elite here has done 2,821 damage. Clearly isn't taking anything from that, otherwise he's not going to be blocked by him. And this tank is also a really light tank. For a heavy tank, I should say. It's not heavy at all, so it's not great for ramming either. You can see the FE215Bs there. He's still firing the heat round, so he's able to go through. I'm surprised he was able to go through the track, to be honest, and also through the hull as well, because spaced armor, such as tracks, really do slow down the shell, but and minimize its penetration, but he doesn't seem to do that. His team is starting to fall around him though. Luckily that tier 10 medium tank TVP is pretty dangerous. Now he's telling his teammate to fall back and he'll take the shot, but luckily neither of them have to take the shot there. So good playing there. Bounces a shot from that ISU, very lucky. I suppose that he was pretty much hull down, but if that ISU went through the hull, he would have destroyed him easily. That T25 Patriot, the T26E5 I should say, Patriot, must be feeling pretty damn lucky. Sorry guys, again, that's Twitch. It's my apologies there. Ooh. Gets a splash shot from that FE215B. Again, the same nasty tank destroyer. Now that one's actually firing the heat rounds that it gets, which have like 230 millimeters of penetration. Insanely overpowered ammunition there. I did 1800 damage in my last game with it, with my FE4005. It's just crazy, that tank. But anyway, he's almost done 5,000 damage here, guys. He's only on 250 health, but regardless, 5,000 damage is pretty insane. Now, yes, he is firing premium ammunition, but even so, 5,000 damage is pretty damn amazing. He gets that final shot off into that T69 on his 4th kill, and it kind of looks like their team is pretty safe. The Jagdpanzer E100 is on the other flank on full health, and that's also got a huge gun on it, like 170 something millimeter gun, again doing 1,000 and something damage. So it seems like at this point anyway, their team is able to have control of the map, which is pretty good in this situation. So you can see he's pinging the map here, probably too excessively, because he wants his team to go forward and spot the FE215B there. There's also something else there. What's there? I'm not sure. I can't really read it, but there's another tank over there. Looks like the T25 pilot is over there as well. He's trying to get flanking shots onto that FE215B, but all of the team is pretty afraid to go up and try and contest the gun on that thing. It is insane. The FE215B feeling stuck, reverses, and this gives Flying Elite a perfect opportunity to be able to go through the back of him. Gets a shot into the back of that T25 pilot. I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't light up, because usually American tanks are pretty notorious for lighting up when they get hit in the back of the tanks, but clearly not. I don't know where that shot goes. It seemed pretty zoomed in, but regardless, it didn't go in. 6,328 damage, guys. How insane is that? Yes, it is a tier 10, but even so, that's a lot of damage. At this point, their team is just surrounding the enemy team. I don't know where that shot goes either. It doesn't even bounce. It just doesn't even hit the target, which is quite surprising again. Quite frustrating, I suppose. He does go for that Wolfentrager. It's obviously overkill to be firing the heat rounds at the Wolfentrager because it has absolutely no armor, but it takes a while to reload armor, so change ammunition, so no point. Doesn't bounce on the T95. Not too surprising considering that is probably the heaviest armored tank from the front in World of Tanks. Tier for tier, but that time he goes through. I'm not sure where he hit, but he probably just hit the front of it there. I mean, this ammunition here is 340 millimeters of penetration, so more often than not will it go through. That looks like it went just next to the gun mantlet, because if that hit the gun mantlet, that would not have gone through. 7,720 damage, guys. Is anyone as amazed as I am? He misses that Wolfentrager, but to be fair, it wasn't a zoomed in shot. Speed it up a little bit, guys, here, because it is I'm pretty sure it's almost the end of the game here for the team. The enemy is being surrounded. They're being pretty much destroyed. there's not much they can do now. They've got tier 10 tank destroyers, tier 9 tank destroyers surrounding them. There really isn't much it can do. So only 2 tanks left on the enemy team, but they're also pretty much gone, guys. So we can expect that this game will be pretty much a wrap up. So guys, as expected, this was a really, really good game, a really good result. Of course, he got a mastery badge, ace tanker, a hand of God, a bruiser, a duelist, a fighter, a fire for effect, and a high caliber, scoring 7,720 damage, blocking 2,000 damage, and getting 545 assistance points. So obviously, guys, an incredible game here. Now, this is a pretty damn good tank in my opinion, especially in pub games as well. Kind of can't rely on armor anymore, and you can see even with Flying Elite here when he's firing the premium ammunition, so many people now are just firing premium ammunition that armor is often negated anyway. So it is still pretty impressive that he blocked 2,030 damage, but of course, because he fired so many premium rounds, I think over 25, he lost 84,000 credits in total. So I wouldn't recommend playing with premium rounds as standard in your tanks. It's not economically viable, but if you're doing it every so often and you can afford it, then shit, why not? It's part of the game. But anyway, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I know it was a short video, but again, if you guys do want to see your replays featured, all you have to do is go to the contact section of heavilyarmored.com and go from there. It's really easy. Just upload it to whatreplays.com and send me the link. It's that simple, and I can maybe show you on the channel as well, and you can be the subscriber of the week. But anyway, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.